Good evening. I'm Tania Carnegie. There's been an increasing expectation that businesses of all shapes and sizes will be good corporate citizens. The result has been an increasing number of companies who have earmarked a percentage of profits for corporate donations, who have established corporate social responsibility programs, who've set targets to reduce their carbon footprint. All of this indicates a growing recognition of the interdependent relationship between business and society. But what if we thought completely differently about how business can be a driver of social change? What if the relationship between business and society was so inextricably linked that every business decision considered its social benefit and its social cost? Or what if we evaluated companies not by the amount of profit that they make, but by the social change that they create, and not just through their donations, but through their core business strategy? Right now, there are an increasing number of businesses, for-profit businesses, who are really thinking about how they can turn social, economic, environmental challenges into opportunities. Businesses that are thinking about innovative approaches as to how they can solve these problems and grow their business at the same time. These companies are seizing opportunities to really fulfill unmet basic needs in a way that is with integrity, in a way that builds local infrastructure, builds employment opportunities, improves lives of people living in these communities, not in a way that pits impact against profit. So who's doing this? Well, a global example is Grameen Danone Foods. This is a joint venture between the Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus and the global organization Danone, and the goal is to fight malnutrition. This is a commercially based model, and it's designed to have high nutrition outcomes, to create jobs, and to have environmental sustainability, all built into the core of the business model. And being a commercial model, it is self-sustaining, and the profits are reinvested back to grow the business to help more people. And this is aligned to Danone's corporate mission, which is to bring health through food to as many people as possible. But why would a business do this? Well, there was a recent survey of over 1,000 CEOs from around the world. It was conducted by the UN Global Compact and Accenture. And it found that only 32% of the CEOs surveyed believed that the global economy is on track to meet the demands of a growing population within the global environmental and resource constraints. But 84% of those CEOs believed that business should be leading the effort and should be delivering on new goals to meet these priority global demands. We are at a crossroads. Population growth, depleting natural resources, growing income disparity. These issues are becoming more intense and making it more difficult for business to continue as usual. But some of these challenges present unique business opportunities, helping billions of people at the base of the pyramid to gain access to essential products and services that are improving their lives. To give you an example of the market potential of this, my colleagues at KPMG issued a report earlier this year, and it was on the market potential of microinsurance. And they estimated there are about 4 billion customers that would yield about $40 billion in annual premium revenue. So it's in business's best interest to pay attention to this. So how are they doing this? Well, the movement started out with a focus on being more aware of the potential negative impacts that a business might have on society and the environment. But now we have moved well beyond doing no harm. Business leaders are thinking about the relevance of their core competence in a whole different way, how they can become a positive value creator through their mission statement. And what makes social business ventures different is that at the core is a respect for human rights and the intent to achieve a social outcome. And what makes me really excited are the number of new businesses that are starting with that social outcome intent. This is a customer-centric approach to meeting basic human needs, not just a strategy to sell more stuff to more people. And this is an approach that's applicable around the world. In fact, there's a new corporate model that was recently introduced in British Columbia and Nova Scotia It's being explored here in Ontario that recognizes businesses that have a social and a profit objective. Traditional for-profit businesses that voluntarily meet higher standards of social and environmental performance, well, they can apply for what's known as a B Corp certification. And there's over 75 Canadian companies that hold this certification right now, and that number is only increasing. But what does this mean for nonprofits? Well, nonprofits are natural partners in all of this because they have the knowledge, they have the understanding, and they have the relationships with communities that can really be beneficial to business. And this is a great opportunity for business and not-for-profits to work together in true partnership, figuring out how they can leverage each other's strengths to drive change at a quicker pace than would be possible otherwise. Many of these business ventures rely on the expertise of transformation. This is also an emerging opportunity, and there's a lot to be learned from first movers. But momentum is gaining, and thought leaders like Michael Porter are writing about this in the pages of Harvard Business Review, helping to drive things forward. Personally, I'm optimistic, as there are a growing number of business leaders who believe their purpose and potential for value creation is greater than profit alone. I believe the corporate sector has the creativity, the capacity, and the imperative to be a true driver of social change, and the time is now. Thank you very much.